All right, so today I am attempting to climb up to the top of Mount Hermon. I've been up there maybe 3 times. Yeah, I think 3 times. But all 3 times I've climbed to the top, I've done so from the upper parking lot. And so to make the summit of Mount Hermon from that upper parking lot is only about, I think, 2 miles straight up. Something like that. So today I'm actually doing it from the bottom parking lot. So I'm not sure exactly how far this hike's gonna be, but much, much longer than when you drive up to the upper parking lot. So, making it to the top is my goal. We'll see how I do. Hiking through this area is so different now because they've cleared so much of the vegetation. They've been doing a whole lot of fire mitigation in this area, in the Mount Hermon area. Seems like every time I come up to the Mount Hermon area to explore these trails, more trees and scrub oak and vegetation is gone. So the trails look totally different now. I mean, all this was trees and brush before. It looks a lot different. All right, so the hike is starting to get a little bit steeper, but this is not as bad as it's gonna get. Towards the end, it's gonna get really steep. So it's gonna get a lot harder. I'm not even a mile into it, and it's starting to get real steep. If I'm being honest, I'm already pretty tired. There's the trail. You probably can't tell how steep it is on the video, but it goes straight up. So this is challenging, to say the least. Okay, so the trail seemed to have leveled off, at least for the time being. It's gonna get steep again here in a minute though. So I just ran into some hikers coming down from the top. Surprisingly, they said I only have they said probably less than a mile at this point, which I thought it was much further. So maybe I was wrong about how when you go up the backside, it was 2 miles up. Maybe it's only 1 mile up and then 1 mile back down for a total of 2 miles. But either way, according to these guys, I got just under a mile to go. And they said it doesn't get much steeper than what we got going on right here. So it's a little bit steep, but it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So I just stopped to put a bunch of bug repellent on. I'm getting eaten alive, as my mother would say, by mosquitoes. Although that's a bit of an exaggeration. I'm not getting eaten alive, but I have been bitten a few times. Not much further now. At least I think it's not much further. As always, the higher you get, the more spectacular the view. However, I do know that videos and photographs never do justice to the view that you're seeing in person. But I'm not at the top yet. The view from the very top will be even better. So I'm just below the summit of Mount Hermon when I saw this open area with this rocky kind of, overlook here. So I thought I'd come down here and check this out before making it to the very, very top. There's Monument Rock down there. Wow, this is cool. All right, so just behind me right there is the windsock that you can actually see from down below. So that's the actual summit right there. But down here, it's amazing. I had no idea that this was here. Every time I've hiked this, I've been on the other side, but there's like some wide open, kind of grassy areas that are somewhat flat, which I think would make good camping spots, which is kind of something I've always wanted to do, is come up here and camp on the top of Mount Hermon. And there's definitely potential spots around here and up a little bit further back, down there. Right there, piece of it. Anyway, but yeah, I made it. You see Mount Hermon Road down there. Town of Palmer Lake over that way. There's the parking lot where I parked. Let's see here. I can see my truck. All right, I am now standing on the actual peak of Mount Hermon. So this point right here is 8,947 feet above sea level. I can see Pike's Peak off in the distance over that way. There it is. Beautiful view from up here. It's absolutely amazing. You can walk around and you have views all around 360 degrees. Yeah, getting to the top of the mountain is always worth it. Not just because you climb the mountain, but the views are spectacular. All right, so I am now heading back down the mountain. Gonna get down there and have a little lunch. Sometimes going down can be more challenging. A lot of people feel that way, especially if it's steep. So I'm gonna take my time, just like I took my time coming up. There's a lot of people on the trail today. It is a Saturday. Saturday morning, yeah. It's 11:19. Saturday, let's see, July 29th. This is an awesome hike. So I just slipped and fell on all this loose scree here. That's the problem with going down the mountain. I find it can be a little bit more dangerous, especially when you have all this loose rock. Although I fell, I'm okay, so praise God. All right, so I'm down back at the parking lot. My truck's just right over there. So it was a good hike. It was not quite as challenging as I thought it was gonna be, but it was challenging. I looked at my Strava app a few minutes, actually a few moments ago, and I'm just under 3.5 miles with an elevation gain of about 1,650 feet, something like that. So yeah, beautiful day, awesome hike, had a great time. Thanks for watching.